I just finished the Traitors UK Season 4 Episode 12, and what a finale it was. Let's get to it. I was so stoked to see that Rachel got the shield because she really deserves to stay longer. Like, getting banished by luck would have done her a disservice with how well she's been doing this season. And what happened post roundtable was unbelievable. For some reason, Rachel had a quick chat with Faraz, and just like that, she was able to convince Faraz that she's a faithful. I did not expect this at all, especially since Faraz was on her case for the last two episodes, and we're nearing the end game already. So to be able to like switch him like that is such an amazing job. I did find it funny that one part where Rachel made a slip up saying that if I was a traitor, if I was a faithful, I would murder me, and then she backtracks saying if I was a traitor, but nobody seemed to have picked that up, and I guess maybe it's like a normal mistake people make while they're in the show. Like who knows? Like everyone's getting their brain scrambled already, but as a viewer, it felt kind of weird to hear that and for us, we might think it's a big slip up that got missed, but maybe it's a normal occurrence of slipping up when they're being filmed. Back at the turret, Steven and Rachel was able to like reconvene one last time and make some plans. I kind of wish that they showed us what their plans were. Even I totally understand not showing us all their plans, but like the fact that you showed us the turret and them reconvening, like show us something, like show us like a teaser of their thought process. Even like I honestly thought they would even just show that Rachel being happy that she was able to turn Faraz into believing that she's a faithful to kind of hint that that's what they're gonna go towards with their strategy, but we got nothing. So which kind of made the turret scene kind of useless at that point. And then the next morning, we see Rachel at it again, working on Faraz, telling him that, oh, like with her FBI training, she knew Jade was a traitor all along since day one, but she kept it quiet because she needed someone who would that she can use to coast all the way to the final. And now that they're in the final, she can finally reveal that she thinks it's Jade. And it's very interesting that she brought up like certain tales that Jade was doing. I'm not sure if it's really visible for us what she was telling us to tell. I don't know if it was really shown on screen, but according to Faraz, he also saw it, but maybe have not thought of it anything about it before. But the fact that Rachel brought it up kind of like put things into perspective for Faraz. But and then Rachel tells Faraz that her goal is to get Jade out and then Steven as her plan, and she's such a genius, like totally getting Faraz to believe all that. And then Rachel gets a quick meeting with Steven to confirm that the goal is to get Jade out and then Faraz. And then, I mean, it's good that Rachel brings up as well that I feel like she noticed after the previous turret situation where I said it was Rachel's undoing that she scared Steven off. So this time she learned from that mistake and actually told Steven already that hey, if I dropped your name, it's because I'm planting the seed for our game. Like don't fall. Like she specifically tells Steven like don't screw it up. Don't falter. Don't let people like brainwash you. Like it is according to plan what I'm doing. The last mission for me wasn't that interesting, but I guess it was a good way for them to bond. Oh well, I mean by the last mission, I meant the stuff before the dam. Doing the running down the dam was actually very exciting to see, and I feel like the initial scare is always the fact that you have to like kind of jump off first. But once you rip that band-aid off, it's gonna be so much fun and enjoyable. I've never done it, but I would be willing to do it. But that kind of situation reminds me of like I've done skydiving twice, and it's always the initial jump that like scares you. Like when you're still at the helicopter looking down, before that jump, it's always the scariest. And once that jump is done and you're actually in the air, it's actually not that scary. It's actually so much fun. So back at the mansion, Jade dropped suspicion onto Faraz, saying that Faraz has never really voted a traitor, and and she was telling that to Jack. And honestly, like this set the stage perfectly for the traitors because now there is like a whole Jade versus Faraz situation of casting suspicions with each other, and and at the round table they went at it exactly like that. Like they were just basically biting each other's head off, and then Rachel used her head of communication skills to give a speech to like defend herself and like explain her situation. And I feel like all of that happening at the round table kind of sealed the deal and the trajectory of what's gonna happen. So in the end, Jade got voted off. But what surprised me is that Jade voted Faraz because I initially thought he would vote Rachel first, then Faraz because like you know Jack is gonna vote Rachel. So like the probability of more people voting Faraz is very little. So why spread that vote? Like you are most likely butting heads vote wise against Rachel than Faraz. So so I feel like Jay did the misplay there, even though like she would for sure she would not win to begin with. Like even among faithfuls, I don't think they would have kept her. So I feel so bad for Jade though because like she she lasted so long. She was so tough about it, even though she had so much heat. And like, is she the first person in history to have that longest heat to reach the final? Like, she survived since day one. She's been a fighter, so kudos to her for that. At the end game, so obviously Faraz got voted off. Honestly, like his sudden trust for Rachel at the beginning of the episode pretty much marked the downfall of the entire faithful win for the end game. Like it, like if he had just stuck to his gun with vote like with the suspicion against Rachel, like I feel like it would have been a faithful win, or a Stephen win, which was my initial prediction last episode. And then at the end, honestly, in my mind, I'm like, it would have been insane if Steven did a blinder and voted Rachel off to get all the money to himself. But I'm glad he stayed loyal. Like he really, at least, was kind of true to his character. It was either he was loyal to his closest ally or to his other traitor. So I'm very happy to see that with Steven. And wow, I cannot believe it. Like they did it. It was so well deserved. And this is exactly why I said I didn't want Rachel banished by luck. Like, I wanted to see her handle the pressure, and she proved that she had plenty of tricks up her sleeves, and it was like a masterclass. This season's set of Faithfuls reminds me of the UK being the UK version of the Australia season 2 set of Faithfuls. But the difference here is that the traitors in this season is super competent and played so well. Congratulations to Rachel and Steven. Like for me they go down in history as being the best traitor duo and team, and for Rachel being the best traitor so far. Good job.